For Lesson 6, I'm going to introduce the target skill, Text and Graphic Features. This target skill, Text and Graphic Features, is something that we will use, think, and talk about for our main anchor text, Animals Building Homes, as well as Whose Home Is It? So let's learn a little bit about what text and graphic features are. An author sometimes adds special text, so like words, and graphic, pictures, features to a text. Some examples of graphic features are photos and charts. Some examples of text features are headings and words in bold print. Now I know that before this lesson and before the introduction to this target skill, you have heard the word headings before and bold print. Text features right here, these two words are in bold print. They're darker. Graphic features, bold print. These are very important words. These features help you find information quickly. They also help you know what an author thinks is important. You can use a chart like this to list features you find and tell how they help you. So text and graphic features often appear in informational text. When we have gone over social studies and you've seen photos or photographs from social studies, that is a graphic feature. Social studies is informational text. The photo is a graphic feature. And all the photos that you've seen so far in social studies have always told us more about something from the picture. And usually it's the author that has picked pictures that they think is important to tell us more. Headings, we've used headings before and talked about them. Headings appear before a section of text and tell what that entire section will be about. And again, bold print, just like graphic features right here, and text features right here. Bold print can show what the author thinks is important and helps readers find important terms quickly. So our main text this week, our anchor text is Animals Building Homes. Our genre is informational text. It gives facts about a topic. As you read, look for photos and headings, facts and details about a topic. Let's meet our author, Wendy Perkins. Can you guess why author Wendy Perkins has been called a walking animal encyclopedia? It's because her mind is filled with facts and information about all kinds of animals. Miss Perkins has written nonfiction books. Remember, nonfiction means true, real. Miss Perkins has written nonfiction books about animal eyes, ears, feet, feathers, noses, teeth, and tails. She also writes articles for Highlights for Children. I bet you have read that magazine before. I even have read copies of that magazine myself when I was younger. And a magazine put out by the San Diego Zoo called Zoo News. Animals Building Homes. We're going to be thinking about what are animal homes like. We have our first photograph right here. This is one way to identify that it's nonfiction. This is a real picture, a photograph of a real animal. A beaver's home. So this is our first heading. This is a nonfiction text feature right here in purple, a beaver's home. That means that all of this text below is going to be about a beaver's home. A beaver is hard at work. It gnaws on a tree trunk. Soon the tree falls. The beaver floats the log to a pond. There, the beaver builds a lodge. The beaver piles up logs. It fills the cracks between the logs with mud and grass. The lodge keeps the beaver safe and warm. Another photograph. And our next heading, safe at home. Our next heading, safe at home. It sounds like what we're going to read about is maybe animal homes and safety or being safe at home. Most animals need a home. Homes keep animals safe from predators, rain, snow, or the hot sun. Some animals live in their homes for life. Other animals live in their homes long enough to raise their offspring or survive hot or cold weather. Building nests. Many animals live in nests. A hummingbird builds a small cup-shaped nest. The nest is made of moss and bits of spider web. We have a photograph of that right here. So what I want you to notice is right here in this next purple box, there is not a heading. That is because it is still going to be talking about building nests. A mouse makes a grass nest in the shape of a ball. The mouse hides its nest in tall grass or in a tunnel under the ground. So first we learned about birds that build a nest, and then also a mouse that builds a nest, both under the same heading. Careful builders is our next heading. Some animals put a lot of work into building their homes. Weaver birds make nests that hang from tree branches. The birds carefully weave grass and leaves together. Weaver birds use their feet and beaks to tie knots in the grass. So I'm going to flip back to that photograph. That is a weaver bird, and it's using its feet and its beak, and it's tying knots in the grass. Wow. I would say that that bird is very carefully building its home. Our next heading, working together. Animals can work together to build homes. Termites build mounds made out of mud mixed with saliva. Other animals cannot easily break through the hard mud. So take a look at that photograph. Those mounds were built by termites with mud and saliva. So this is called working together. There's another section that goes right under that. Polyps are animals that make coral reefs. A polyp builds a limestone cup around its body for protection. The cups of the polyps grow together to make a coral reef. That sounds like they worked together to build their home. Our next heading, making a burrow. And I see a bold word, burrows. Burrows are holes in the ground where some animals live. Gophers use their teeth and paws to dig long, winding tunnels. They make rooms in the deepest parts of the tunnels. The gophers hide their offspring and food in these rooms. Home improvement. Some animals live in homes made by other animals. Chickadees use tree holes made by woodpeckers. Chickadees bring grass and moss into the hole. They build a nest for their chicks. That sounds pretty smart. They saw a hole in the tree and decided to make their home right in there. And you might recognize this animal. Our last heading, building a home. Most animals need homes where they can rest and raise their offspring. Homes also keep animals safe from predators. Beavers build lodges, mice make nests, gophers dig burrows. How does a polar bear make its den? So this was an introduction to our anchor text animals building homes, as well as noticing headings throughout the anchor text. We also saw a bold word and photographs. We'll be talking more about these throughout the week. See if you notice any of books that you might have at home that might have some of these text features, these non-fiction text features as well.